So the reason the lights are a little more dim is because Mrs. Bloody is videoing it for live stream, and it helps with the lighting for that. So that's why it's not meant to be making more sad like that. They're graduating. It's over. That's not the point. We're just trying to make it better on the live stream. All right. So welcome to Midvale. You did it. Some of you have been here 6 years. Who's been here since kindergarten? Think about that. 6 years just in this building alone, and you finally did it. That's impressive. So before I go any further, parents, let's give them a round of applause. So my little speech here will be two parts. One, I'll direct it at the parents, and then the second part, I'll look at the students to hopefully get them ready for 6th grade next year. And I've already told every 5th grade before I go any further, Mr. Carter is not better. Okay, he's just new. It's like getting a new car. You're like, oh boy, it's amazing, all right? And he has a Mr. Coates over there. Mr. Coates is cool. I like Mr. Coates too. And Mrs. Swallow. So you guys got 3 people to get to know over there. But anyways, parents, I'll keep it short and sweet. I know they are graduating, and some parents here have had other students graduate or further along. But I can't say enough that it's still our job. I can say that because I have 4 of my own too, and 1 in 7th going into 7th grade. It is still our job to give them love and to still guide them. All right? I know, as I look at each student here, each kid, there's going to be something that goes wrong in your life. Academically, socially, emotionally, something's not going to go right. Athletically, parents, we have to love them still. We have to love them through that and keep pushing them forward and let them know that we're there for them. And then number 2 is probably the hardest, because we all know, parents, that they know everything. They have lived forever, and they've come back just in time to this body, so they have lived everything and know everything. But parents, we know that's not true, and there's going to be times that it's hard. It's going to be hard, like, oh my goodness, guys, just listen to me. Just, if you would do this, this would make it much better. If you would do this, it would be okay. If you don't do this, it'll be even better, right? So parents, don't become silent with them. Keep talking to them. Keep trying to talk to them. Keep trying to pull stuff out of them. I have 2 of my own boys, and it seems like it's boys. For some reason, we just become very, as we get older. So parents, keep trying to pull that out of them, all right? And lastly, just be there. They don't always need that talk, maybe. Maybe they just need you to sit beside them. Maybe they just need you to put an arm around them and say it's going to be okay. So parents, that's my challenge for you as they get older, is don't forget. I know you won't forget. Continue to love them, continue to guide them, and continue just to be by their side. All right, parents? Now, students, each class that has come through here, we've had to start with the Midvale motto. One class sighed, like, oh my gosh, we got to do it again. Another class just said, okay. So, we're just going to do the Midvale motto, and then we'll keep moving forward. You ready? I promise to be respectful, responsible, engaged, and kind. All right. The reason I had you do that is because those 4 words alone, if you can do those 4 words into middle school, into high school, and maybe even after high school, college, military, a job, those 4 words, respectful, responsible, engaged, and kind, will make your life so much easier. I cannot say it enough. I was in the weight room yesterday for the football players were there. They have all these signs up, thankful, sacrifice. Mr. Peterman could probably say them all. but they're words to live by. If you can learn to be respectful to all people, it'll make it much simpler. Now listen, because I know Mr. Peterman has maybe right opinion pieces. I'm not saying stop believing what you believe or having your opinion at all. But where you have to become more respectful is this: when you disagree with somebody. That doesn't mean we're allowed just to fly off the handle and go crazy. In most cases, nothing productive will get done. So respect them or her. And then think about it before you respond sometimes. That's okay. All right? I know you don't think it, but if you can be respectful to all and still keep your belief and opinion and do it correctly, it'll help things. Number 2, responsible. Oh, that one's going to get a little harder for some of you, right? Your parents might start to make you get up on your own. Oh, my Lord, you got to set your phone to make sure you get up. You're going to have to start to make maybe your own breakfast or make your own lunch. I don't know, some simple things. Do your work, right? And middle school, there's even less loving parents, loving teachers. They all care about you, but they're going to look at you and say, you just need to get it done. Okay? And then someday, you have to be responsible and maybe go to college, maybe get a job, maybe go to the military. That's your responsibility. Remember, your parents have to love you and guide you and be there for you, but as you all get older, you got to make some changes. All right? Number 3 is engaged. Now that's a tough one, isn't it? Most of you are engaged right now. You're looking right at me. That's awesome. But when you get out in the real world, I know it's hard to believe because I struggle with it sometimes. This little gadget here is amazing, isn't it? It's unreal what you can do with it. It can suck you in for hours. And you can lose focus of everybody else around you. So my challenge for you as you get older is to be engaged. Be engaged with people when you see them. Say hi. Look them in the eye. Talk to them. All right? And lastly, be kind. And all I'm going to do for be kind today is I'm going to read this little poem up here that's been in the gym here and right over there the whole year. And as you move forward, if you can be this, I think you'll be successful as well. So here's what it says. Some kids are smarter than you. Some kids have cooler clothes than you. Some kids are better at sports than you. It doesn't matter. You have your thing too. Be the kid who can get along. Be the kid who is generous. Be the kid who is happy for other people. Be the kid who does the right thing. Be the nice kid. So as you go on, don't forget that little poem. And don't forget the mid-mail motto. Be respectful, responsible, engaged, and kind. Okay? I'm proud of each one of you. And parents, let's give them one more round of applause before we move. All right, and now what I'll do is I'll have Mr. Peterman and Mrs. Hutt come on up. And I will hand out the diplomas for 5th grade graduation. This is one I can read that. That's even better. Thank you. Our first 5th grade graduate, Jocelyn Ahenau. Come on, a clap for her. Our next 5th grade graduate, I never said her last name correctly for 6 years. Where are you at? So I don't know why I'm going to start now, so I'll just pronounce it every way I try. Kaden Atha, I use this Kaden A. Kaden, come on up, Kaden. Our next 5th grade graduate, Mr. Caleb Balder. Our next fifth grade graduate, probably the coolest hair in the school, Hayden Bieber. And some kind of dance of some sort, I think that was. I don't know. Or there was something on and he was trying to get off his clothes. Yeah. Our next graduate, Carson Beamer Cross. All right, our next graduate, I always mess with him a little bit too, went CT, but it's actually TC Cannon. Come on up, TC. Okay. Next up is Destiny Cunningham. All right, you did it. Congratulations. Jordan Daly. All right. I never said your first name for the longest time. It was always Mr. Dordo. So, Mr. Dordo. Next up, you made it, my man, Colton Dykus. Our next graduate, Cameron Gilmore. Our next graduate, nice job, Isabella Haney. And our next graduate, Meadow Lard. And our next graduate, Haley Leslie. Our next graduate came back to us this year, Mr. Hunter McGuire. You did it, Mr. Miller. Come on down, Brennan. Brennan Miller. And our next graduate, Wyatt Milner. All right. Serenity Montgomery. And our next graduate, Naomi Wrench. All right. You did it. Camden Richmond. I didn't think this guy might make it either, but thank goodness for teachers. I just didn't. Yeah. Brody Sellers. All right. Laura Staten. He's not here this right today, but Colin Schroyer also graduated. We give a round. Next up. Yeah. Like he stops it. Say mine. Yeah, okay. Jaden Stein. Next up, I think, are you the first one to graduate from your fifth grade? Jeffrey Tyler. Our next graduate, Christina Woods. Well, fifth grade, Mr. Peterman's class, you did it. Congratulations. We're proud of each one of you. I know your parents are as well. That's why they take so many pictures. Look at them. So why don't we look out there and smile real quick so they can get one more picture. That's why they came. All right. Fifth grade, why don't we have one more seat? Yep, right where you were sitting earlier. And then parents, what we're going to do is you can take your eyes up to the slideshow here. There's a short presentation, and then I'll come back up to close the ceremony. All right, yeah, let's give it a round. So students, I wish you luck. I know I can speak for the teachers in 5th grade. We're proud of you. We're excited to see where each one of you go. And don't forget that Midvale motto: be respectful, responsible, engaged, and kind. And that'll help you in a lot of areas in life. All right? So this will be the end of the ceremony. What will happen next is students, here in a second,